Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's time for that weekend roundup again. And as always, we're going to start with the Premier League. Premier League, can we start with a title race? Can we still call it a title race? Is it a title race, or is it Liverpool just jogging through the park right now? And they can put the focuses elsewhere because they're beating Southampton 3-1. But Southampton almost gave us a bit of an exciting storyline because they did lead the game 1-0 at one point with small ball scoring, doing what PSG couldn't do during midweek. Hopefully they can do during this midweek. Hopefully we'll see better from that we did last week. But yeah, Liverpool winning the game 3-1. Salah doing what Salah does with 2 penalties, 2 weak penalties, considering the whole Canati incident midweek against PSG. Again, we'll bring that up. It's poor for me. That nothing really came from it, and that Southampton fell short from it. Like, Southampton have been unlucky not to get 2 results out of Liverpool this year. That's crazy. A team that's been absolutely dominating the league and a team that's been absolutely poor. And I'd say Southampton have been unlucky in both games. It is what it is sometimes. One of the highlight games of the weekend, Forest City. It was the opening game of the weekend. It's a big game of the weekend. It's a talk about the weekend. And it was just a defensive masterclass, really. Both teams really defended so well. Held the line right up until the end when Calvin-Stenay broke the lines. I feel like Calvin-Stenay, you know, he showed them chances for the game, and he finally, like, Ederson made a great save. He just pushed it onto the post and pushed it wide, but it was like Hudson down the other side, the threat became more apparent. And it kind of comes to the other side is opposite number Doku, who, you know, was down the other side, causing threats all game, but just lacking that end product. Just that last bit, just lacking it, just not giving it, not happening. And Aina, you know, dealing with it. Brighton, Fulham, and this started with an Iwobi steam train it down the wing, absolutely powered through. No one was catching, no one was touching him. If you're going to touch him, you're going to burn off him straight away. It was not happening. Whips it in, Jimenez takes a goal nicely. But then after that, Fulham just got sloppy, and I've said this before, Fulham tend to do this in the second half of the season, they get a bit sloppy, and you know what? Brighton saw that, took advantage of that, and caused that sloppiness to create their own goals. Ended up getting a penalty right towards the end of the game. João Pedro obviously slotted away, but Leno was so close to making another great penalty save for the Fulham there. Like, he could have got some points for him, but no. Brighton take the points and start pushing and start looking the rise at Champions League football. The conversations there have to be had. You know, Bournemouth being in it, Forest are still in it. Brighton open the door for themselves and see if they can, you know, sneak a peek in what's behind that door. Brentford versus Villa, a game with Brentford's home form, with Villa's poor form in the league right now, with how Villa have been playing after Champions League football in Europe. I just saw this as a Brentford win. I literally, in my eyes, I was like, Brentford are going to win this game. Villa held strong. Villa played the Brentford card in Brentford. They played exactly how Brentford play, with that low block, take up the pressure, and then boom, counter attack, take you on the advantage, and then goal. And they did it a few times, and one of the times it paid off with a massive deflection. But hey ho, it's what helps you in football sometimes. I feel like they got unlucky. There was a thing with the offside rule, and you know I need to make a video on it. I need to make a whole video on the offside rule because it's getting on my nerves right now on how it's being perceived and stuff like that. But it's cool. We'll hold that for. It's gonna be a love and hate video coming out on Wednesday, I think, or Thursday, something like that, sometime this week. But yeah, like Villa could have got a few more of this game, but only did 1-0 from Watkins. They could have got a Rodgers goal. There's another chance. Oh yeah, Watkins got it where he tried chipping it. I'm like, what are you doing, brother? What are you doing? Flecken was not falling for that one. Palace versus Ipswich, another game ended 1-0. A lot of this, you know, low scoring games this weekend. We've got what, 4 1-0s this weekend, which we'll get to in a second. But Palace being Ipswich, and once again, I'd say Ipswich was so unlucky. Ipswich probably deserved to score a goal this game, first of all, but Henderson held strong. Henderson stopped that from happening. But also, Ipswich probably deserved to keep a clean sheet this game as well. Like, the Palace's chance came from a deflection going through, like from a defender making a tackle. They made the tackle on a Palace player and it just fell through into Sarr. It's one of them. It's just like, it's one of them goals that you can see on FIFA and you just look at yourself and go, what am I doing? What am I doing, man? And I just feel, I am feeling for Ipswich, because I feel like Ipswich are a good team. I feel like they're going to go down next season. If they keep most of that team, they're coming right back up without any worries. But we'll wait and see what happens. I really do like that Ipswich team. Wolves and Everton drawing 1 all. And I've got to say before we get into the goals, Decore is just so vital to how Everton play. He's just such a good key figure. And we talk about like he needed a Fellaini, he needed a Souček. Decore is that man. Decore has been playing as that man anyway, but now under Moyes, it's perfect, man. It's just perfect. But it's more of a goalkeeping masterclass, really. Again, goalkeepers making great saves to prevent the result getting out of the way. Monetsi's goal was coming, and he, I think it was his first Tanzanian score since Benjani, which was a mad one. Spurs and Bournemouth are on 2-2 in what is a joint highest scoring game of the weekend. 4 goals was the joint highest scoring game of the weekend, and Bournemouth were steamrolling it. Kirkes made a great, like I saw the cross and went, that is brilliant. What on earth was that? Absolutely whipped it into the back post. Taverniers on the end of it. Boom, goal. Bournemouth had another chance. Offside, unlucky. And then Cliver putting it through into Evan Nilsson. Evan Nilsson just cleanly taking it, but no Vicario. I think Vicario played well. Vicario made some really vital, important saves to start the game off, but it just Bournemouth ran away with it. But Papsar goes across the ball and it ends up in the back of the net. No one got the end of it. Papsar's cross, like you can tell it was a cross as well. Someone said, "Oh, what a fantastic goal" on commentary, and I was like, "Oh, hold up." The goal goes in, and he goes like that, and he didn't mean to do it. He knows he didn't mean to do it. That's why he's not absolutely ecstatic that he just hit it, because he didn't mean to do it. So why would he? He's obviously happy he scored, but he was like, "Oh, that was what I meant to do." But it's gone in, I guess. And then Kepa letting Bournemouth down. Oh my God, what are you doing, brother? Giving away a penalty. There's a weekend, quite a few penalties this weekend. You know what? Salah had 2, just won that. It was like six penalties or something this weekend. That's crazy. And Son puts it away. It was a really poor penalty as well. I really think Kepa could have probably given himself a chance of saving it, but no, nothing. Chelsea and Leicester, another penalty in this game. Palmer takes the penalty. Perfect record. Not anymore, it's gone. What has happened to Palmer? What has happened to Cole Palmer, mate? I feel like, that these aren't like TikTok sound where it's like, what has happened to the Batman or Spider-Man or what? I can't remember. It's some sort of superhero. Palmer's just gone, man. Palmer's gone missing. Tuchel's at the game. Tuchel's have gone, cross that out. He's just really not playing well right now. He's out a bit of luck. You know what he should do? He should come to United. Just saying. Kukurea though scored a great goal, and Leicester just cannot find the back of the net. It was a game for the taking. It really was a game for the taking to try and turn their season around, and they just couldn't take it. They just look so poor, and there's not really many positives I can say about this Leicester team right now. So we're not going to. However, United and Arsenal. Oh my God, my heart was racing. My phone was like dying during this game. Anyway, I was watching it. I was out doing stuff, so I was watching it on my phone. And my heart was racing. My phone was going to die. My phone was so close to dying. It died as right after the game. Right after the game, phone died. And I just breathe. 1-1. I'll take 1-1. Do you know why I'll take 1-1? Bruno scored a great free kick, right? But I didn't have any hope for today. I didn't really have too much hope. And then Bruno scored that great free kick right before half time, putting United up 1-0 before half time. And if you don't know, get to know. United's record in the Premier League when winning at half-time at Old Trafford were unbeaten. It's 389 times it's happened. 389 times it's happened. 34 draws and the rest are wins. What's that, 355 wins? That is an incredible record. The day that record goes, my heart will be broken and I will probably cry, mate. That would be the most depressing day ever. And I really thought it was going to be yesterday. And even just thinking about it, it's like putting that tension in my heart. And it's like, I thought Rice had a good game. I thought Bruno had a good game. And it's the two people that are dragging those two teams forward right now. Rice is doing everything he can for Arsenal. And Bruno's doing everything he can for Manchester United. And it's nice to see players like that. But it's time for my team of the week now anyway. Team of the week, I've gone with Henderson in goal. I could have gone with Hermansson. I do really like Hermansson. Saving the penalty against Palmer as well. I always have rated Hermansson, but you consider a goal, it's unfair. Henderson gave me a clean sheet, a vital clean sheet as well, because Ipswich had their chances. And then in the defence, I've gone with Kirkes at left back. I know they conceded twice, but they weren't really his fault, and that whip was poor. Ola Aina, I told you, kept Doku quiet and kept a clean sheet, not too bad. And then the two centre backs, I've gone with Tyrone Mings keeping a clean sheet for Villa. I could have gone with Disasi, but there was like a penalty incident, and I was like, oh, Disasi, you've got so lucky with that. You've gotten so lucky with that, but let it off. But Mings still had a great game, and I've got Mazraoui next to him because I was struggling to put Mazraoui because obviously he played right back the game, but He's sometimes a centre back, so he can go in there. I thought he had a good game, pushing forward, helping the team in the right places at the right times, and that's what you've got to like. And midfield 3 of Iwobi, the steam train. Rice, just doing everything he can to take Arsenal forward and scoring a great goal in the process, and Minetzi for Wolves. And in front 3, I've gone with Bruno Fernandes, great free kick, dragging United forward. Calmo-Odoi, great goal, dragging Forest forward, 4 points out of City now. And then João Pedro exploiting what he needs to exploit against Fulham there. On to the other leagues, and we're going to start with the Championship, where we start with a shock. We start with something I enjoyed, Man United fan. Leeds losing to Portsmouth, of all teams, and then the chasing pack chased them down. Sunderland won 2-1. Sheffield United won 1-0, and Burnley won 4-0. That's the most goals I've seen Burnley score in a while, but still keeping clean sheets, still not conceding, still on the right path, the right way forward. Other big games talk about Coventry with another win, another step forward in the right direction for Frank Lampard's team. And Frank Lampard is pushing on for them playoff spots. He's going to have playoff spots, and they might do even better next year. We'll wait and see. And then Derby beating Blackburn on John Eustace's return game. Well, it's not a return game because he's at home still, against Blackburn. Blackburn fans, we seething at that one, seething. But John Eustace knows the club. It's one of them. He's going to exploit the club in there. On to La Liga, where Atletico Madrid must have rested some players. I don't know how to look at the team, but he lost 2-1 to Getafe. They must be focusing on that Real Madrid game for midweek, and Real Madrid seem to be focusing on it game by game because they beat Real Vallecano 2-1. Bilbao drawing 1-0 with Mallorca, once again probably putting their focus into Europe after losing to Roma. And then Alaves beating Villarreal despite having 2 red cards, which is a big shock. And then obviously Barcelona's game was postponed because of the death of their club doctor, the surprise death of their club doctor, may I say. Into Germany now, and Germany, the big teams, usually you talk about your Frankfurt, your Leverkusen, your Bayern Munich, your Dortmund, your Leipzigs. None of them won. Leipzig drew. Frankfurt got beat 2-1 by Berlin at home. Leverkusen got beat 2-0 by Bremen at home. Bayern Munich got beat by Bochum 3-2 at home, and then Dortmund got beat 1-0 by Augsburg at home. What a mad weekend that is in the Bundesliga. Not like if you put an ACCA on them 4 teams winning, you'd have had a very good ACCA on your hands, but literally just letdowns all over. I saw someone actually lost an ACCA because they had an ACCA freeze on Southampton to beat Liverpool, froze it, and then Bayern Munich lost. Your head would be on the moon. My head would be gone. Ligue 1, Brest beating Arms 2-0. PSG beating Rennes 4-1. Just not even messing about, mate. There's not even messing about. They're going to still show up to Anfield, I imagine, but they're just not messing about. Lille beating Montpellier 1-0. And then Marseille just falling off that chasing impact, getting beat 1-0 by Lens. And we're going to end the video, we'll be always in the video, on my favourite league to talk about in the Serie A, because Bologna beat Verona 2-1. Napoli then also beat Fiorentina 2-1. It's a tough game, it's not an easy win, but Napoli still getting a point, still 1 point behind Inter Milan because they won their game 3-2 against Monza. AC beat Lecce, and then Juve and Atalanta. Juve have been slowly creeping up, slowly getting the points back on the board, moving back up closer and closer. Atalanta went, no, we're in a tight race, sure not. Atalanta still not tight race. 3 points behind Inter Milan, 2 points behind Napoli. All still to fight for, and we're going to be here for the whole thing. We're going to be here for the whole thing. I'll be doing predictions next week for all the top leagues, because whilst I'm on holiday, that's what the content is going to be flushed out with. That is going to be the end of the video now, guys. If you've liked the video, please leave a like. We'll see more, subscribe, because there's more on the channel every single day. And stay tuned for those league predictions coming next week. That love or hate on VAR coming in midweek. And the story of football talk that I come out every day with. Thank you for watching, guys, and hopefully I do catch you in the next video. Cheers.